fix this up really quick. I think this'll do. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ultimus. As you can see, we are in a completely different space right now. Everything is just craziness right now. I have officially moved. New location, temporary location, but a new location. And I don't have my second computer set up yet, which is normally my editing computer. So we're gonna have to do this video in one take or redo the whole thing. So if any mistakes make it in, that's why I apologize. I'm also having to talk quieter than normal because directly behind that wall I have people sleeping, so I don't want to wake them up because that would just be rude, especially since they've been so generous as to let my wife and I and our kid live with them. So, but we're going to be talking about patch 7.3.5, which comes out today as of this video being released. So we're going to go through, talk about the most important notes and things, hopefully keep this concise, and hopefully it will be entertaining, informative, and not a complete waste of either of our time. So let's go. Basically, patch 7.3.5 does drop today, Tuesday, January 16th, which is pretty exciting. We've had Antorus out for a while now. I think it's been about a month, give or take. So I feel like most people have gotten in a full clear of normal at this point. I believe LFR, the very last wing of LFR, comes out this week as well. Now, all this is found on WoWhead, which I will try to remember to put links to in the description of this video as well, so you guys can check out everything that you want to, especially some of the stuff that I will not cover in this video, along with the things that we do cover. But one of the most important things to note with this patch is that allied races are not mentioned in these notes. They are not a 7.3.5 feature. We quite possibly could see them added in pre-patch. We could see them as a Legion pre-purchase perk, or not a Legion, but a Battle for Azeroth pre-purchase perk. So we'll have to wait and see. But they are not coming with this patch, which is important to note. We are, however, getting a new battleground. There's going to be some new stuff going on in Silithus, post Antorus the Burning Throne, and then we're getting new flower crowns, which is exciting, I suppose. So we're getting Scaling World, so every zone of Kalimdor, Eastern Kingdoms, Outland, Pandaria, and Draenor now uses the level scaling system introduced in Legion. This new scaling system greatly increases the amount of options you have in deciding where to quest and when to move on to the next zone. So pretty much you can quest wherever you want at any level for the most part, I believe. I'm personally excited about this feature. I'm very excited to see that, just because before it was very linear, and so you kind of tend to zone out, and you just sometimes leveling through 1 to max level can get a little dull because you go the same path all the time, because you kind of figure out what's most efficient for you based on what you know best. So being able to kind of pick and choose wherever you want to go, I think it'll be good. We're getting Ulduar time walking, similar to how we got Black Temple time walking back. With that, basically Ulduar time walking is going to be up when we have the Wrath of the Lich King time walking dungeon event. It's going to be for 10 to 30 players. You are going to see a combining, I don't know why that was so hard to say. You're going to see a combining of the 10-man and 25-man Glory of the Ulduar Raider achievement, which awards you, I believe, the Rusted Proto-Drake and the Ironbound Proto-Drake. So if you have either of those when you log in again on Tuesday, I believe Blizzard pretty much confirmed that you're going to now have both of them, which is exciting to me because I overpowered the 10-man version very, very quickly, and it was a little bit tough to do for soloing. So I only have the 25-man version achievement on that, so it'll be kind of nice just to get that. I don't, however, necessarily think it's a good thing, and I do think that these two achievements should be separated, but they are combining them for the sake of the time walking dungeon. So like it or hate it, love it or not, here it is. But you're pretty much going to have to do Ulduar time walking pretty much exactly the same as the Black Temple one. So it's again skilled for 10 to 30 people, and you're going to go through and clear everything from Flame Leviathan all the way up to Yogg-Saron himself, which Yogg-Saron is definitely one of my favorite boss fights of all time, and Ulduar is definitely one of my favorite raids of all time. Simply from an aesthetic and theme, but also just the boss fights for fun, and the place was massive. The place was absolutely massive. We're getting new quest lines and stuff in Silithus. Players who have completed on Taurus the Burning Throne will be summoned to your capital cities. You get to travel to Silithus from there. You get a little bit of quest line that you'll have to go through and do. You'll get to see the lingering effects of Sargeras' sword being plunged into the earth. I'm very excited for this next feature. We're getting a new battleground. Very, very excited. I was hoping we'd see a new battleground sooner, but I will definitely take one now. Better late than never, I suppose. It's going to be a 10 versus 10 King of the Hill type thing where you're fighting for resources of Azerite, which is the new theme, and resource we're going to be fighting for leading into Battle of Azeroth. So they're kind of already very blatantly setting things in motion for the new expansion, which is very, very exciting. So we'll have to wait and see how this looks. And plus, new battlegrounds are always exciting just because it's new scenery. New scenery is always exciting. So we've all got battlegrounds we hate, we love. So this will add another one to the mix. So hopefully it's a blast. Again, always exciting. Because 10 versus 10 I think might be my favorite format for battlegrounds too. Even though Arathi Basin is my favorite battleground, I think I do like the 10 versus 10 format a little bit more. So. And then the Seething Shore, which is the new battleground, will become available as the story in Silithus unfolds. So that makes me think we won't have access to the new battleground right away. I hope it's not gated behind that quest line, so we'll have to wait and see. Now, probably the biggest feature, and the one feature that people are most excited about, arguably the most controversial feature being added with this next patch, is going to be the change to the legendary system. Arcanomancer Virgil's hard work is paid off. He now offers a token that transforms into a random Legion legendary for your specialization. So it's basically a legendary token. You buy it for 1,000 Waking Essences, which is what we've been basically buying to upgrade our legendaries. And those are going to drop now at 6 times the normal drop rate. So because we need so many of them, an increase to the drop rate will be nice, or the amount that drops. But you basically take 1,000 of those in. You buy the token from Arcanomancer, and then you're basically going to proc a legendary for that spec. So of course that could still be the legendaries that are useful for all specs. So like, you know, I believe it's Pridez and Cephas and stuff like that. But or even like say Manaroth's, you know, Bloodletting Manacles for warriors, the healing bracers. You can use it across all specs. You'll probably have a chance to still proc all of those. But this to me is a system that should have been in the game from day one. Maybe not this exact iteration of it, but something like this should have been in the game. Maybe not from day one, but as soon as people realized that the legendaries were more cookie cutter than Blizzard had hoped. Because originally when legendaries were announced and when they came out, it was basically said that you're pretty much going to be able to use whichever ones you want, and it's not going to matter which ones you have. You know, it's pretty much just going to depend on what tiers you want, tier pieces you want, things like that. But you pretty much can mix and match and use whichever legendary you want to affect your gameplay style. But it just wasn't the case. The biggest, I think, example of that was Fire Mages. I think even to this day, as we're now going into 7.3.5, as a Fire Mage, your DPS is trash compared to other Fire Mages. If you don't have the bracers, and if other Fire Mages do, I think that's just kind of how it works mathematically. You know, Demon Hunters in the first quarter, basically, of Legion, unless you had Ring, and I think it was Belt, your DPS was just trash. Like you had nothing on any other Demon Hunter. It didn't matter if you were better than them as a player, your DPS just wasn't going to keep up. So a system like this should have definitely been put in place a long time ago. But it's here. It's better late than never, I suppose. I don't know. It'll be nice, especially for alts, because I'm getting into playing some alts. But playing my Shaman a lot more, because my big goal for the expansion has to go through and beat as many of the Mage Tower challenges as I can, which obviously is made a lot easier depending on which legendaries you get. So I think this will definitely be a lot helpful for that. So 1,000 Waking Essences is definitely steep, but it makes sense because it is a legendary piece. But with the Waking Essences dropping 6 times more than they had before, I think it'll be okay. So I don't know. Let's see. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Let me know what you think about this change to the system. Is it good? Is it bad? Do you agree with me that this system should have been in place a long time ago? Do you think it's bad for the game? I really want to know what your thoughts are on this one. And then not really going to talk about holiday selfie camera. Don't care about. We talked about the achievements for Ulduar already. Not going to talk about class changes because that's just too much to go over. All dungeons now award personal loot, which is a big change. Don't really care about toys, items. Oh, and then accounts protected by an authenticator. And Blizzard SMS Protect gained 4 extra backpack slots, so that's going into effect as well. This patch, so sweet. I get 4 extra slots in my backpack because I have an authenticator. So definitely the biggest things coming in this patch are going to be a new legendary system token, or new legendary token system for sure. Ulduar time walking, zone scaling, new battleground will be tons of fun, I'm hoping. And then of course a little quest line and Silithus. So let me know what you think about the patch. It's kind of a smaller patch, but I think it'll be a good patch. I'm definitely anticipating to see Battle for Azeroth dropping end of summer, beginning of fall this year, kind of like we saw with Legion a couple years ago. So we'll see how long all this content lasts us. We'll see. Like we said too, no introduction of sub races or allied races, I should say, is what they're actually called in this patch, which I really wasn't expecting allied races. I would have been really shocked if we had allied races put in already. That would have caught me off guard, and I would have been like, okay. So, but I definitely want to know what you guys think about that new legendary system. I think that's the biggest feature that we're seeing added right now for this patch. So, anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. I do apologize for the lack of videos and just not normal I guess content and stuff like that, and even this whole video just doesn't feel normal stuff because I'm not going to be able to edit it and not going to be able to mess around with it. It's just basically recording and being thrown up, so it is what it is. I've basically been busy all around the house, the place that we're living, kind of helping around the house, doing household chores and weekend projects and things like that. We spent the whole last weekend putting together a shed just to kind of help store stuff. So, like, my wife and I haven't even completely unpacked yet and got all of our stuff set up. So, it's a bit of a process, that's for sure, because obviously real life doesn't stop while you're moving. So, people still have to work, people still have appointments to go to, and stuff like that. I still got a kid to watch and raise, so it's quite the life right now. But I'm still having a little bit of time to be able to get out and do normal stuff that I enjoy. Go out for coffee. Still play Pokemon Go, which I'm enjoying. Being able to play video games from time to time. So it's been good. But hopefully we'll get back to. I guess I don't even want to say normal at this point anymore. Nothing's normal at this point anymore. But hopefully we'll be able to set up a new routine, a new schedule. I'm trying to talk out some scheduling stuff with the people that I live with, the family that I live with, to maybe set up a couple days a week to where they can help me watch the kids, so I might be able to stream and record during that time. So I'd actually have scheduled time to sit down and either be like, all right, I'm either going to stream today for 4 to 5 hours, or just record a crap ton of stuff and just pump videos out for the next week. So we'll have to see how all that works out, but fingers crossed. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I do apologize if this video was longer than it should have been. I have no timers up for me to tell how long any of this is, so I'm done now. Thank you, as always. I do appreciate it. Love you guys, and I will talk to you again very, very soon. All right, peace.